we're going to get our veggies washed and rinsed and ready for the juicing. So I'll start out with the celery. We'll do just a tiny trim of the ends. I don't want to waste very much, and then what we'll do is fan these out and let them sink down in. I typically don't use these little pieces, they just are inconvenient. And get our cilantro in, kind of separate it a little bit so that water really gets in and around all of the stems, and the same with the parsley. Now our cucumbers are conventional today, so they have a little bit of wax on them. We're going to want to rinse these as well, and then I will be peeling those today. And we'll add some leeks. It's really easy just to take a real tiny cut on that, peel it off like that, let it get some water on it, and do just one more. And this is all the leeks we'll need for today to create the flavor that we want. We'll set these aside, and I'll show you how, while these are soaking, rinsing, and we'll get our other ingredients ready so that we can just blend them in as we go. Now we're going to prepare some lemon and lime juice that we'll be adding into the green drink. Now some people like to run the lemons right into the machine, and you need to be cautious that you have a powerful enough machine, because these can bog the machine down and they can actually wear the machine out. Some people, it's simply a flavor preference. When you run the whole lemon or lime through the machine, it can give it a little more of what's called a pith taste, and I just don't prefer that, so I like straight lemon or lime juice, or a combination of the both. So what you can have is different types of ways to juice the lemons. You know, the old-fashioned way is just to simply just squeeze it by hand, but you're not going to get a lot out of it. I have this nice gadget that I can put it in and then just gently squeeze it. And you can see this is a really juicy lemon. So we'll go ahead and do that other half. And we've got more than enough lemon juice to work with for our juice today. And then perhaps you don't have this kind of gadget, but you have one like this, so I'll show you how to juice the limes. And I like to make sure the limes are a little bit soft to the touch, and that tells me that I'm going to get a lot of juice out of it. And then you just simply run this reamer in there and just keep squeezing. And we got some nice juice out of that one, and then we'll just finish the other half. And you can see it is going to be just a little bit messy, but that's just all part of the effort. Alright, so here is our ginger and turmeric, and I'm going to show you a very easy technique to be able to get these cleaned and ready. There's different reasons to add these. Some are for flavors, some have a therapeutic effect. So what we want to do is be very efficient with this. So this technique with using just the edge of a spoon. We don't need a peeler, we don't need a knife. And what we do is I hold this in the palm of my hand. I'm going to control it with my fingertips and just real gently scrape that outer skin off, because I don't want to waste material. But again, I had no control over where this was sitting or stored. So this is just a really simple way to get it clean and ready. And with a little bit of practice, you'll see that it comes very clean. So that's all we need for turmeric to add a lot of flavor to our juice today. And then also the same technique with the ginger. Ginger's very strong, we don't need a lot. So you can see, I don't need a knife. A lot of this just cleans up easily with the edge of a spoon. Here's an interesting side benefit of handling the turmeric. So if you look at my fingers, there's a lot of the yellowish orange that's come off on my fingers. And since my family has a history of arthritis, and had I not changed my diet years ago, I'm sure that I would have had difficulty with it. Some of that turmeric is absorbing right through my skin and giving me an added benefit from that before we even start the juicing. And not to worry, the orange comes off during the day.